Hey, what's up you guys, JC here, back for another video. Now today I'm going to be doing an action figure review of the brand new Marvel Select Thor based off from the Avengers Age of Ultron movie. Now just a quick review of the movie. The movie was amazing. Personally I loved it. I watched it like 6-7 times. I absolutely loved it. I'll give it a 9.5 out of 10. It was just a great movie. Others thought, it was kind of shit. Personally I thought it was a great movie, and I can't wait for Captain America Civil War and Avengers Infinity War Part 1 and Part 2. That's going to be great. But yeah, let's get straight into the review. Here we have the basic Marvel Select packaging. We have the see-through plastic here so you can see the action figure. Down here it says Avengers Initiative. At the side here we have Thor and the Avengers, Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, Hulk, Black Widow and Hawkeye. Moving on to the side we have the picture of Chris Hemsworth right there, looking great as Thor. Moving to the back we have the picture of the action figure, some description of the figure, so if you want to watch that, pause it now. We have the Avengers here, we have Hulk, Marvel Select and not the actual product, but this is the picture of the Black Widow, which is coming out soon. But yeah, here looking at the side we have again the see-through plastic, and that's pretty much it for the packaging. So now let's crack this thing open and see how cool he actually is. So this is the figure of the packaging, and it is a pretty cool figure, way better version than the previous one from Thor the Dark World. I really like this one a lot more. The accessories are pretty cool as well. The base it comes with, let's just show that off right now. So this Thor comes with a way bigger base than it did with the Thor the Dark World. So as you can see here, this base is quite big, it's pretty big, and the detail put onto this, the paint, the sculpt, it is pretty cool. I'm finding it quite hard to to figure out what part of the movie this was, because I don't recall seeing this structure or this piece anywhere in the movie, and I've seen it quite a few times. I don't really remember it. But yeah, if you get the Black Widow piece, this comes together and it makes like a whole display or diorama stand, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, the detail on this is pretty cool. Let me zoom in for you guys so you guys could see the paint, the detail, everything's just great on this. Looks nice. There's no peg holes, so the Thor can't really stand on this. But yeah, that looks pretty cool. Then the bottom is just that, kind of boring, but this is what matters. Now comparing this to the Thor the Dark World base stand, so you could tell that this one is a lot bigger. But they're both great. I don't really know how I'm probably not gonna buy the Black Widow, so I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna put these guys together to make like a base for my stop motion animations. So let me put it to the side and show the last accessory. We get his Mjolnir. Now his Mjolnir is pretty much the same thing we got with the old one. I'm going to be doing a comparison. So this is the Mjolnir. It's pretty good. Mine is kind of bent. The holding thingy is kind of bent, but I could easily fix that with hot water or just a hairdryer or something. But yeah, the sculpt and detail on this is great as well. I don't think it's movie accurate, but it works, it's fine. Now moving on to the main thing, the action figure. Now this Thor doesn't have interchangeable hands or anything, which is quite a bummer. And but yeah, the figure overall is great. The thing I'm not a fan of is this plastic cape. I don't like it. Now I'm gonna do a comparison of what I did with the previous Thor the Dark World Thor. But yeah, let's just get straight onto the review and show you guys the figure. So the face sculpt on this guy is pretty cool. It's the same thing as the previous one, but you have like a darker tone of paint here on the beard. But overall it's pretty much the same. But yeah, I think you can see Chris Hemsworth there. I mean, the likeness is there. If you're nitpicky or something, It's not exactly like the it's not a hot toy, but it is. You can see Chris Hemsworth there. It is movie accurate, I guess. Moving on the back, I love the detail they put on the hair. Just overall, the figure's just great. The back looks great. The hair, the cape. I don't think there's any shadowing effect, but it is great. It's a nice cape, but I just don't like the plastic. I will change that. I'll show you guys in a bit. Now moving to the chest. Again, the detail is great. The sculpt is good. Looking at the arms, great. The paint. Good thing I don't have any paint defaults on mine, and that's a good thing. Recently, I've been buying quite a lot of figures and no paint defaults. So I've got great. I guess I'm lucky because I've seen quite a few reviews and the eye's kind of dodgy or something, but mine's, every time I buy a Marvel Select or something, seems to come out great. Moving down to the legs, just throughout again, just great. Looking at the back, so if this was a Marvel Legends figure, this would be it would just be empty, just plain, just a plain color. But with Diamond Select, it just detail throughout the figure. But yeah, this looks great, and that's pretty much the figure. Now moving on to the articulation. The articulation on this guy is decent, I guess. It's like the same thing as the previous Thor. So the head does rotate 360 degrees. This the hairpiece doesn't restrict any head rotation. It does go down, well, hardly, and it goes up. Well, yeah, there's not much movement here actually. Well, that's a bummer. So you can't really do any like flying poses or anything. But I mean, I don't mind. It's a cool figure anyway. So this, the arm does move up about probably more than 90 degrees, slightly more. It does rotate 360. This also 90 degrees. I've got, I don't know what that is, so I guess that is a paint default right there. So I guess I'm not so lucky. So yeah, and this also rotates 360. It doesn't, does it go down? No, it doesn't go down or up. It doesn't have a hinge here, so it's just on a ball joint. But yeah, it works pretty well. That's it for the arm. Now moving on to the waist, the diaphragm joint. It's on a ball joint, a ball peg, whatever you want to call it. So it does rotate 360 degrees. It is quite stiff, and that's how I like it, because it works well with animations, and those of you don't make a dirty joke or something. But yeah, it does move down that much, and it does move back. That's not that much, but it's decent. The legs move up that much. That's good, and goes back not so much because of this piece here. Does restrict articulation, but that's not a problem. I don't really pose him with his legs all the way back. It does go out that much, so he can, I think, yeah, he can do a full-on split. So that's great. He's got a joint here that rotates 360 degrees, both of them. He's got it looks like a 3 joint, yeah, a 3 joints there that articulate the legs quite nicely. The figure does have ankle pivot, does rotate 360, I believe, yep, and goes up that much and goes down that much, so that's pretty cool. So articulation overall, it is pretty cool. Now comparing it to the previous Thor, which is this one here, as you can see the cape's a lot different. I added like a cloth. As you can see, it looks pretty decent. It looks legit. It's not that bad. Let me just put the brightness up for you guys so you can see it like that. There you go. So just you could already tell the difference on the figure. So he has gold pieces, he has silver pieces. The face sculpt, it is pretty much the same. I feel like the Thor the Dark World version is a lot paler. They use just more like a flat color. But zooming onto these guys, right there. So straight away, I think this one's a much better figure. Just the beard, everything just makes it look better. even though they're pretty much the same thing, but just this one 100%. Now the chest, the articulation is the same on both these figures. It's just minor things that are different. Like this is silver, here's gold. Apart from everything else, they're pretty much the same thing. Now comparing the Mjolnir, just the same thing again. This is the Avengers Age of Ultron, and this is the Thor: The Dark World. So none of them are straight. I guess this is more straight, so this one's good, the Avengers one. But yeah, pretty much the same thing. Yeah, so no difference there. I guess initially the only big difference is that this one's gold and the Avengers Age of Ultron one is silver, and the base is different. Now for you guys that wanna, you don't have this Thor and you don't know if you wanna get this Thor because it's probably slightly bigger than your average Marvel Legends or something. So I'm just gonna add here your the Marvel Legends Hulk, so you guys can see. In the Marvel universe, Hulk isn't that big, so I think this is movie accurate to me. Thor isn't much bigger than Hulk isn't much bigger than Thor. But yeah, I think that's decent height there. So again, Hulk isn't that big, so I guess it's movie accurate. Now bringing a DC collectible figure, the Flash, and there he goes. Sorry about that, guys. So that's the Hulk, and now comparing the DC collectibles figure of the New 52 comics, his Flash and Thor. So I mean, Barry Allen, he is a pretty much average person, so I guess this height is pretty cool. I mean, it's fine. Flash isn't a tall character anyway, so that works, I guess, if you want to make them pose together or something. But yeah, these are, I guess, in scale. Thor is he is a god, so that works. And overall, the figure is great. Articulation is good. Face sculpt is good. The details are good. I love this one a lot more. I don't know. It's probably because it's new or something, but I just like this version a lot more. The likeness is there to Chris Hemsworth. It does look good. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you liked this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you guys want to see any like fights or any fighting animations with Thor or with any other characters, please write them down in the description, in the comments area, and I'll try and see what I can do and make an animation. Now, before I let you guys go, I did make a Batman vs Deathstroke animation, but my Deathstroke is pretty much fucked up, so I stopped the animation. And for those of you who want to see it, I'm going to put it at the end as soon as I stop chatting rubbish. I'm going to put it at the end of the video so you guys could see, along with some images of Thor. So if you guys want to stick around for that. So yeah, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I hope you like the Batman vs Deathstroke. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Bye.
You're Luther's pet now, Deathstroke?
His money's green, and as a bonus, I get to kill Batman.
Fight!